Welcome back to our channel Quick Learning. So now our topic of presentation is related to HR management. In my previous videos, I told you about the basis of HR, its definition, its functions, its importance, and there are many other factors that I told in my previous video. So if you missed that video, go back to my channel. Now I will tell you the use of a human resource information system. This is a kindly and likely complex topic as compared to my previous videos, because in my previous videos I told you about all the basis of HR. Now we move further ahead. So in HRIS we have HR planning and analysis, then we have equal employment, staffing, HR development, compensation and benefits, health, safety and security, and lastly employer and labor relations. So, HR planning and analysis is further classified into organization charts, staffing projections, skill inventories, turnover analysis, absentees analysis, restructuring costing, internal job matching, and job description tracking. So, these all are further topics that I can make a video on each of them. If you have any question, then kindly comment me and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So in equal employment, we have affirmative action plan, applicant tracking, workforce utilization, availability analysis. Then under staffing, we have recruiting sources, applicant tracking, job offer refusal analysis. Then HR development has employee training profiles, training needs assessment, succession planning, career interest and experience. Then compensation and benefits has pay structures, wage, salary costing, flexible benefit administration, vacation usage and benefit usage analysis. Then health, safety and security has safety training of employees, then accident records. Then lastly, employee and labor relations has union acquisition, negotiation costing, auditing records, attitude survey result, exit interview analysis and employee work history. So now HRM competencies and career. So HR means human resource competencies is a strategic positioner, like a capacity builder, a change champion, an innovator, integrator, and a technology proponent. So HRM as a career field. If you want to choose HRM as your career, then you can be either HR generalist or HR specialist. Then HR professionalism and certification. So if you want to go some certificate, then these are the certifications like HRCS certification, SHRM exams and certifications, and lastly World at Work certifications. So SHRM, body of competency and knowledge. So basically on your vertical side you can see there are three categories: behavioral competencies, technical, and lastly HR functional areas. Okay, so behavioral competencies are leadership and navigation, then business acumen, ethical practice, relationship management, consultation, critical evaluation, global and cultural effectiveness, communication. Then HR expertise or HR knowledge domains as people, organization, workplace, and strategy. That is also known as technical competency. And lastly, that is HR functional areas. We have talent acquisition and retention, employee engagement, learning and development, total rewards. Then structure of the HR organization, function, organization effectiveness, development, workforce management, employee relations, technology and data. Then in workplace, we have HR in the global context, diversity and inclusion, risk management, corporate social responsibility, employment laws and regulations. And in strategy, we have business and HR strategy. So then we go to this column, that is effective individual performance, and then lastly successful business outcomes. So this is the SHRM, body of competency and knowledge. Then strategic human resource management. So basically the appropriate use of HR management practices to gain or keep a competitive advantage. And it provides input for strategic planning and develops specific HR initiatives to help achieve organizational goals. So areas that HR professionals can improve to help firms be more competitive are hiring good employees, placing them in right jobs, and rewarding them fairly. So, human resource contribution to strategy, having a seat at the strategic table, being knowledgeable about business operations, focus on future, prioritizing business goals, understanding what to measure, and introducing high performance approaches into the workplace that led to increased performance. Then we have HR strategies for global competitiveness, that is multinational corporations and offshoring strategies. So, positioning HR to be a strategic partner, you have to aspire in ways that support strategy, like you have to express the direction of goals, motivate managers to act, then inspire others to support strategies, like encourage coordinated goal setting and bring goals together for reflection. So, human resource planning. So, this is a process of analyzing and identifying the need for and availability of people so that the organization can meet its strategic objectives. HR planning ensures that the right number of people with right capabilities at the right times and in the right places. So, HR plans can include several approaches, like shifting employees to other jobs in the organization, laying off employees, and retaining current employees. So, HR planning in merchants and acquisitions. So, before the deal, due diligence, then assess risk, like what are the pension liabilities and compatible labor agreements, and identify possible conflicts. Then, during integration, you have to address key HR processes like payroll, benefits, migration, then retain key talent and recognize cultural differences. And lastly, post integration, you have optimize workforce and identify and establish new culture. So, the strategic challenges to HR are managing talent supply imbalance. So, managing a talent surplus versus managing a talent shortage. So, if you have a talent surplus, so you have to reduce employee work hours or compensation, attrition, hiring freezes, voluntary separation program, workforce downsizing, reduction in force. And if you are managing a talent shortage, then increase employee work hours through overtime, outsource to a third party, implement alternative work arrangements, use contingent workers, temporaries or independent contractors, and lastly, reduce employee turnover. So, at measuring effectiveness of HR initiatives. So, HR matrices. Specific measures tied to HR performance indicators, so cost, quantity, quality, timeliness, and effectiveness. Then we have HRM benchmarking. So this is a process of comparing to the business processes outcomes to an industry standard or best practice. So the external practices focus on similar context, culture, or operations and size. It can be period based versus need based. And lastly, it does not provide cause or reason of relative standing of organization. So HR and the balance scorecard. So a framework used to report a diverse set of performance measure. An HR audit, a formal research effort to assess the current state of HR practices. So that's all from my side. Kindly subscribe to my channel. And if you have any question, then comment me. I will tell you about your queries. Thank you.